talking to Madam Azita Bangura, District Chariperson, SLT Wambali District.
Teachers from schools within the districts have converged for the zonal elections in McKinney. So far, how can you describe the election?
Well, the election has taken place and it was peaceful and transparent. The elections were conducted in two folds. We have the McKinney 1 branch and McKinney 2 branch. They went on successfully.
And, to you, do you think this is a very good signal leading to the district election?
Of course, it is from these elections that we get delegates that will go to the district conference.
Okay, so far, many delegates have been, accumulated so far?
Well, all elected officers automatically delegate to the districts, and we have other delegates that have been nominated by the branches. And there are 8 branches. Each branch is supposed to send in delegates to the district conference, which will take place on the 5th of December 2022.
So, how many numbers are we expecting to take part in that election? Delegates, I mean.
Well, there are different number of delegates according to the branches.
As per the size?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, for some of the branches, we have 4 delegates, some 5, some 8.
Okay. So, moving forward, to so many other teachers who didn't show up for the SLT election, branch election, what message do you have for them?
Well, they should have come because whatever decision has been taken, it is binding upon all of them. So they should have come to say out their views, give their opinions, give possible solutions to certain issues, or make recommendations that will be taken onwards to the National Delegates Conference.
Since you were elected in 2018 to serve as the chairperson of the Bomali district, how can you describe your journey?
Well, I've gone too far. In the first place, I started from the branch level. I was the branch secretary, and later I went on to the position of the branch chairperson, district secretary, and finally district chairperson. I've served in so many capacities. I've been representing the district in so many areas. In terms of education, I work with the Teaching Service Commission and also the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School, MBSSE, to represent Sierra Leone teachers in the Bombali district in the interest of teachers. I'm also one of the facilitators that is facilitating the EGRA and EGMA program, that is early grade reading assessments and the early grade mathematics assessments for the districts.
So far, do you think the time is ripe for you to also go for a second time?
In fact, I'm aspiring for another level. I want to go higher.
And what's that position?
And that is for the Vice President of the Northern Region.
Okay, so why should people vote for you?
Well, due to my hard work, my commitment in union activities, and also seeking the interests of teachers, I think I'm capable to be voted for.
There are so many teachers grumbling around SLTU not catering for them, being a body that is not vibrant as it used to be. How do you make up of this allegation?
Well, teachers are outside. As teachers, they should be in. As long as you are a paid up teacher, automatically you are a member of the union. You should come closer to the union, take part in union activities so that you can know what is operating in the union. You cannot stay outside saying you are a teacher while you are not in to know what is operating. That's why they are grumbling. Because if they have been in, some of them don't even know the amount they pay as union dues per person. They don't know. Because they are not coming for meeting. Whenever meetings are called, they don't show up. They don't come to union activities. They just sit down criticizing the union. I'm sure SLTU is the parent body for teachers. It has the sole mandate to advocate for teachers' issues, teachers' conditions of service. So I think the union is doing its best according to its mandates to advocate, and it's also a pressure group.
So how far have you gone to win the minds of those who are still outside, like you said?
Well, from the conference that I have conducted in the branches, I always give them statements. Tell them to come closer to the union, tell them the roles and responsibilities of the union, and as the union is theirs, they need to hold it firm and let them come together. Let us work. The union cannot work without teachers. With teachers, we can push the union forward.
Right. What message do you have for other
Well,
people?
I want to encourage them to come on board whenever there is meeting for SLTU. Let them come and know what's the motive of the meeting and what's the content. And from that there, they can give their grievances and we can find possible solutions to those recommendations that will be given.
Just so before we end this interview for now, it's important to let the general public who are viewing this interview know how you gather your membership, or how do you get members?
We get as soon as you have been approved as a teacher, automatically you are a member of the union. Even if you are not approved, even if you are a community teacher, you are a member of the union. The union caters for everybody as long as you are a teacher.
And how do people get to join you? Those who want to belong to the union, who perhaps, like you said, others are outside, meaning they are not paying their dues, they are not registered.
No, they are paying their dues, but they are not contributing towards union activities, neither attend meetings or show interest in union matters. They are all paying their dues.
So for the community
Teachers.
teachers, how do you get them on board?
Well, we encourage them. For some, we give them scholarship to go and study. Especially the female teachers, we give them the bursary support, so that they can capacitate themselves. We give them in-service training at the end of every year, every July. This past July, we are in Kenema, and this coming July, we'll be in McKinney, just to give them in-service training in their teaching methodologies.
And importantly, do they also pay dues as community teachers?
No, they don't pay.
And what is their obligation mainly to the union?
Just for them to come when there is meeting, they come for meetings, they take part, they give their contributions, salient contributions.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.